a boulder about yay big. Straight
For this episode of Moto Life, we're back at Portland for the first round of the Senior Victorian Motocross Championships. The first rider we'll be meeting is 19-year-old Tommy Gadsden. Tommy's making his return to racing this year after a prolonged time off the bike due to injury. 12 months ago, at the first round of the 2023 Victorian Motocross Championships at the Wonthaggi racetrack, Tommy experienced every rider's worst nightmare when his bike malfunctioned on the up ramp of a jump during the first race of the day, sending him over the bars. Tommy would break the bone in his upper arm in 2 places, requiring multiple surgeries and leaving him with permanent hardware in place holding it all together. While broken bones might heal relatively quickly, the severity of the break would also cause significant nerve damage in Tommy's arm, leaving him with paralysis of his wrist and his fingers that would last for 4.5 months. Fortunately though, with extensive rehabilitation, Tommy's been able to make a full recovery and will now be lining up at round 1 of the Victorian Motocross Championships 1 year after his accident. While Tommy's primary focus will be the MX2 B-grade class on the Sunday, he's decided to race the Saturday all-powers class on his Wiser 252 stroke to get some extra bike time. In Moto 1 of the all-powers class, however, things would not go to plan.
Shit race. It's alright, you'll look better in the next one.
Yeah.
What happened, Tommy?
Alrighty, well, I was running alright about second or third lap before the step down number 4. Bike in front of me flicked up a boulder about yay big, straight to my goggles. Bloody couldn't see anything, I had to stop for a bit. Eyes were watering, I couldn't see shit. Come around last lap, same corner right before number 4 step down, I'm pretty sure the bike just shit itself. So.
Oh no. You alright though?
We're all good, we're all good. We'll be back
we'll
out
see you out there for the next one. Change your bike for Moto 2?
Yeah, we're ready to go. New bike. Who knows? Tomorrow and get some good practice.
Did that second Moto go?
Second Moto was good. Went out on the Cowie in that one. Took off last, didn't want to go out on a fresh bike, didn't want to push too hard at the start. Did a few laps, got the feel of it, was feeling good, so we started pushing. Came through the pack pretty well, got past all the C kids and we started coming up in the B class riders. Track's really good at the moment, it was bad this morning, but we're feeling good and hopefully we'll go for a start in the last Moto and see where we end up.
Mate, what happened in that last Moto?
Last Moto, we went for a start and we got the start, top 5 coming into the first corner. Second corner I got crossed up in a rut, I dumped the clutch, Superman out of the rut. Wasn't great, bars were bent. We got up, we're coming through the pack, passing through the C graders, coming alright. About halfway through the Moto, after the finish line, come in, handlebars straightened up and the front wheel was on an angle. Front wheel washed on me, crashed again. Just went around for the rest of the Moto, got through, had fun, having a really good look for tomorrow. Bike's running good, so should be a good run for tomorrow.
Yeah, and what class are you racing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we got MX2B, so that's our main class, main goal for the Vics. So hopefully we can get some top 10s or maybe some top 5s.
All right, let's roll on to Sunday.
Awesome.
We'll catch up again with Tommy a little later. The second rider featured in this episode, Brodie Petschauer, is also making his return to racing after nearly 8 months away due to injury. Last year, Brodie made a promising debut at round 1 of the Aussie Supercross Championship at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, narrowly missing out on qualifying for the 10-gate final of the main event in the highly competitive SX3 class. Ahead of round 2 of the series in Newcastle, Brodie would suffer a training crash, also due to a bike malfunction. Brodie would suffer fractures to 3 vertebrae and restricted movement in his left ankle as a result of nerve issues resulting from a serious hematoma to his left glute. His recovery would be slow, requiring extensive physical rehabilitation and several months in a body brace. 6 months after his injury, Brodie was finally able to begin riding again. In a cruel twist of fate, however, in just his 3rd ride back at Park 4 in Victoria, his rear tyre blew out on the up ramp of a jump, kicking his bike sideways and forcing him to bail out in mid-air. Once again, Brodie would be forced to the sidelines, this time having ruptured his spleen and suffering internal bleeding. After suffering 2 big accidents as a result of bike issues largely beyond Brodie's control, the effect this had on his confidence would be shattering. Recognising this, however, Brodie made the decision to momentarily step back from competing at the national level shifting his focus to the Victorian Championship and an environment where he could enjoy his racing without too much pressure.
Mate, you've just been out for a practice. You've been away with a long list of injuries, mate. How'd you feel to be back on the bike, and how'd you go out there?
First of all, it's good to be back. I've been hanging to get back behind the gates, just back out in the scene, so it's great to be back. Felt good in qualifying and practice. A little bit tense, had a bit of an issue with the bars. They kind of slipped back, but it's all right. It's all part of coming back, I guess. But yeah, all in all, it's great to be back.
Yeah, do you have any nerves or rust?
I'm not gonna lie, had a little bit of nerves, especially coming back from an injury with a bike malfunction. You come at the jumps and you're just like, is it gonna hold in there for me or what? But so the nerves are there, but now the practice is out, the nerves are gone.
One down. How do you feel?
Felt good. A little bit unfit, definitely. So got to get the legs moving on the road, start running a bit. But all in all, felt good. Found a new line by third last lap, which helped a lot. So started to flow a bit more, but I felt a lot better than practice and qualifying. I seemed to flow a lot more with the track, which was good.
Yeah, you had some good battles out there. You definitely got amongst it, and you were just telling me you changed the bike setup a little bit.
Yeah. So we're running my Supercross suspension in my bike and just softening it up a bit and slowing it down a bit, trying to make it work, because I definitely like a stiff setup. So I thought, why not try Supercross suspension and play around with it a bit? And yeah, the battles were good. I had a bit of a battle with Regan Holyoke, so that's cool. It's good to be back battling with riders. So yeah.
Well, you got some under your belt now, and you got 2 more to go.
That's it.
That's it, mate. That's round 1 done.
Yep.
Yeah, how'd you go?
Yeah, race 1 was average, and then race 2 we had a good race. Race 3 not too great. Bike just obviously just handled like shit in the last one, so
that Supercross suspension didn't pay off.
It goes to show Supercross suspension doesn't work on motocross, that's for sure. So back to motocross suspension, I'll go. But all in all, it was good to be back riding, racing, misses. So
yeah, how's the head now that you got one under your belt?
Yeah, see, right? It's good. Just like honestly, get back out, get all the nerves washed away, all that type of stuff. It's good to have another gate drop under my belt, and now it's just time to go back to work, and it's all up from here now.
Yeah, well, gnarly track, and you walked away. You kept it upright for the most part all day long. And
yeah, honestly, that was our main goal today. Like, we weren't focused on positions. As much as that kills me, I like to try and always try to be winning, even sometimes when I'm nowhere near it. But the goal was to come here, just get back gate dropping, and just keep her upright, no crashes, and go home one piece. So I guess it's a win for us. We're going home one piece, so I'll take that.
Well, you definitely looked racy, so you know, you kept it upright, you looked racy, and yeah, like you said, it can only go up from here.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, well, we'll catch you at round 2.
Will do. Thank you.
We'll now go back and catch up with Tommy again on day 2 of the Vics, where he's racing the MX2 B grade class.
Moto 1.
Moto 1 was alright. We felt good. We had a terrible start. Both kids next to me leaned into me. I just had to let off. Tried to find my way around the first couple corners to get around the first few kids. Worked out well. We're coming through pretty good. It was kind of one line in the main race. It was either go through all the deep sloppy shit or wide around the outsides. Worked well. We come through. We finished 13th out of the class, but my lap times would have put me in P7. We pushed the whole time. We felt comfortable, so we're ready for Moto 2, and hopefully we can get a better start.
Yeah, how did you find the track today? Looks like there's a lot of guys out there getting pretty loose.
Yeah, track today, it's a lot different from what it was yesterday. The corners aren't as deep. It's a lot drier on top than it is, and it's a lot more hard packed underneath. But there's a lot of square edges that can catch your rear wheel out on you. But other than that, the track's really good, real fast paced compared to yesterday. Yeah, that time was good. Moto 2, we got a decent jump. We weren't up where we wanted to be off the start. We were back a little bit and we had to push through. We're coming through strong. Lap times were gaining a second or two as the moto went on, which was good. We were catching up to kids. We got up to P11. Then last lap, kid in front of me, he was on the inside rut, but jumped through all the way to the outside. He was kind of on and off the track. He ended up falling down. I ran over his bike and I ended up eating shit as well. Got up. Yeah, over the bars. All gone. Got up, bars were bent. Bloody 3 kids got past me and I just had to finish the race. Get past the next 2 corners. But other than that, we're riding good. Lap times are showing. They're in the top 10 to nearly top 5. So hopefully this next one, we want a real good start and try and hold it.
Yeah, how's the body and how's the bike after your little excursion off the bike?
It's alright. The bike's got a few new scratches on it. The body's alright. We're fine. We didn't hurt anything. We come up good. We got sore at the end of the moto, but we pushed through, so it was good. Still dropping times in the last couple laps of the moto, so we know we got it, so we just got to get a good start.
Yeah, and how's the track? It looks a lot faster than yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah, track is a lot faster at the moment. It's starting to get rough. Moto 1 was fine, now it's getting really, really rough. We're getting square edges everywhere, up ramps got holes in them. Ruts are starting to get real choppy.
Oh, one more to go.
Yeah, one more.
Hang on, something's missing here. Tommy, a couple of mechanical issues, but look, you finished the day upright. Great start to getting back on the bike at the first round of the Vics, mate. How was your final moto?
Yeah, final moto was good. We had a decent jump this one. We're stuck behind a few kids, but we found a good line in the second corner. We come through, we were roughly mid-pack. Pusher didn't have to pass as many kids this time. We got past a couple and kind of sat in a happy spot. I was waiting for the kid in front of me to make a mistake, but he didn't. And I was getting tired, I was cramping up, I was sore. So I just sat where I was. When I come in, muffler off the old 250s hanging down off the side of it. The head of it's cracked, bloody. A lot of mechanical issues this weekend, but it was a good first round. It was good, bloody, know where my speed is, where I got to improve, where we can come up for the next round.
Yeah, well, bikes can be fixed, mate, but you're in one piece, so
yeah,
onwards and upwards to the next one.
Will do.
Join us on the next episode of Moto Life. We'll be heading over to the Junior Vics this time to meet 2 more racers, 16-year-old Memphis Trevina and 14-year-old Connor Galot.